Today we're talking to Sneh Mkhize. She is the Senior Vice President for Human Resources at Sasol, and would like to be able to have a conversation on talent and talent management.
Everything we do around talent is built around ensuring that we have the right people at the right time, delivering on our strategy. We have a very holistic, very integrated approach, going from developing talent in the communities where we operate, to acquiring talent, to developing talent internally, to ensuring that talent is mobile throughout the organization, to inspiring high performance in that talent, to engaging that talent. And all of it is really anchored on our very compelling employee value proposition, as well as our approach to diversity and inclusion. We believe that it's not just about being attractive as an innovator, but it's also about having the kind of culture that is inclusive, that is high performance driven. So we focus a lot of our efforts on that. So that's quite a key part of our EVP. I think a lot of our people will tell you that when you join Sasol, you don't really get confined to just one role. You can move from one business to another. It almost feels like you're getting a new challenge in a new company, because we obviously have some diverse businesses within our portfolio. So we pride ourselves on really giving people an opportunity to stretch themselves in different roles within our business, within different businesses within our business, as well as within different geographies. We really do our best to be as competitive as possible in the reward space, and we have quite a holistic approach to that. But obviously, with all the constraints in the oil industry at the moment, that gets more and more challenging. But we've really maintained our position as quite a competitive employer from a reward perspective. Transformation, in the sense of the South African transformation agenda around diversity, is quite key to our strategy. But we also define diversity much broader than the transformation agenda from a South African perspective. In some of the countries where we operate, it is a lot about localization and making sure that we employ and we have in our leadership positions as many locals as possible. It is in North America and Germany, for instance, it's a lot about getting more women into our core operations. So there's a big gender focus. So diversity and inclusion as a whole, and transformation from a South African perspective, is a key driver of where we want to go as a business, in terms of being truly inclusive, so that we are able to grow across different geographies, and obviously are able to add value into the communities where we operate. We invest quite a lot in young people who are coming out of high school. So we have one of the largest bursary schemes in the country, and in North America we've just started working with some organizations on a scholarship program. So you might not label that as talent, but it's potential talent for us as an organization. And those young people don't have the skills and experience that we need yet, but they potentially could develop that skills and experience. And by supporting them with their further studies, we already also getting them to affiliate with us as an organization. So already we're engaging them as potential talent. So we start there. And then once you're inside our organization, we have various graduate development programs, quite a big focus obviously on engineering, scientists, etc., although we also have a proliferation of graduates in other areas. You might also know that we invest quite significantly in learnerships, particularly in South Africa. So these are folks that want to rather follow a more technical or artisan career, and we give them an opportunity opportunity to get that training with us. So once those folks are in, obviously they then develop as young graduates or as young learners in the organization. And as they progress, there's a very clear approach in terms of how they can develop their careers, move around the organization in our different operations or different businesses, and there's very clear support structures for them to do that. We are embedding quite strongly at the moment the whole concept of mentorship and coaching, which is key to particularly with upcoming talent. In addition to that, for mid-career professionals, we've developed what we call LEAP, which is a high potential development program. Because when we did a holistic talent review about 4 or 5 years ago, what we realized is that we were not putting enough effort into developing very broad skill sets for people that could go into general management roles, or what we call now vice presidents roles in the organization. And those people needed to have exposure to more than just a synfuels or a mining and so on. They needed to have very good experience across the organization to get to those leadership positions. So as I said, it's very much a cradle to grave approach. And of course, in terms of our leadership development, we start developing leaders right from first line to supervisor to all the way up to executive through very structured programs that we have in place.